Welcome to the Salt Circle Podcast. It's October. Hi, I'm Hank. With me is Ben.
Am I Ben?
Horror shit.
Horror shit
no.
or horse shit?
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
It's horror shit.
It's horror shit. We're talking Vincent Price movies this week. And we'll do
Hell yeah.
horror shit for the rest of the month for Halloween. But we watched 4 classic Vincent Price movies.
Are they not all classics?
What
would you say his ratio is of classics to non-classics? It has to be super
there are movies
high.
where he's like a smaller part, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, the ones that don't do it for me are like, there's some movies he made that are just extremely silly.
Well, now
like
I'm
absurd.
now I'm
silly.
Now I'm fucking
like,
curious,
come on.
dude.
Oh man.
Okay, well, we'll put it in the film night. We'll visit
him and
this.
Peter Lorre just trying to keep a dead guy down who keeps getting back up, and they like take a little mallet, bop him on the head. It's a little much. A little much.
It sounds great.
Much.
Is what it sounds like. Anyway.
Each their own. Anyway, we're talking about the remake of House of Wax. Well, it's a remake of Mystery of the Wax Museum from 1933. The House of Wax from 1953, which is a 3D movie. First color 3D movie. We've got House on Haunted Hill, which is a kind of a parody of earlier haunted house movies. We've got House of Usher, one of the classic Roger Corman Poe movies that Vincent Price made. And we've got the Abominable Dr. Phibes, which is a movie from 1971 that's fucking wild and has a sequel.
Yeah.
So, lots of franchise shit in here, but
we weren't watching them chronologically, right? You had a different order listed.
I mean, I don't care about the order in which you
Wow. See, I was all like, I was getting a little huffy. I thought you fucked up. Because we did House on Haunted Hill, and then Usher, and then Wax, and then Phibes. And I was like, Usher should have been first, because the other 3 had like a nice, like the level of insanity like ramped up in each one, and it was fucking great.
Well,
so,
yeah.
I mean, at least in scale.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, House of Usher is much more plain. You could tell because Vincent Price doesn't have his mustache.
He's blonde. He's like real blonde. He's real blonde.
He's blonde and no mustache. What's good? What? All right. What do you want to start with? Which one?
Want to dive in on? I mean, let's talk about him in the best order. So let's start with Usher.
Wow. You just hate Edgar Allan Poe. I get it.
It doesn't fit in with the rest of them as much because he's playing like. I mean, I was gonna say
it has house in the title.
I mean, I was gonna say
you're right. He's not playing Vincent Price.
That's what I was literally gonna say. He's playing a Poe character. He's not playing Vincent Price.
True. He's playing Roderick Usher. Don't touch me.
I'll level with you. I've read House of Usher like several times, and every single time I read it, I can't remember any. Like, I don't remember what it's about. I remember like the big details, and then I'm like, what the hell is this thing? Like, there's a house.
The house sinks into the deep dark tarn.
That's
whatever.
literally all.
That's all you need to know.
That's really all I remember about it, and I don't remember anything in between.
You're good. It's fine.
Like,
don't worry about it.
I kind of identify with this guy though. Like
You don't want to be touched, also.
someone 800 miles away like is chewing loudly. I'm like, can you fuck off, please? The smallest noise, or like Anya before we like I don't know go to dinner or like a show or something, and Anya does like a tiny spritz of perfume, and I'm like, do you have to? Like my nose is gonna be stuffed up now whole night. Thanks. The slightest sound and smell.
Look, it's just great when Vincent Price is like, "Come on, shoot me. You'd be doing me a favor." And then the guy like grabs him. He's like, "No, don't touch me." Ugh.
Man,
No. Ugh. Being touched.
I was just thinking of I mean the part that I was connecting. I can't. Wow, it totally escaped me now. When he okay, first off, let's get a handle on who our characters are. Philip Winthrop, that's his name.
Yeah.
When he was talking about like the crack in the house, and he's like, you should probably fix that. What was the film? I can't remember now. What was the film that had like the crack in the bottom of like the foundation or something? Was it? It was Pluto. It was Pluto with the robot. It was
Yep.
the comic. Yeah. Where the robot's like focused on that crack because it's a big old metaphor. I was thinking of that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
The thing I will say about the story. Okay, let's go finish going through our characters though. Actually, we've got Madeline Usher, who's
betrothed.
Philip is engaged to, but is apparently dying, and Madeline's brother Roderick Usher, played by Vincent Price, who again is Vincent Price but blonde and with no mustache. And then there's
Prince and
Butler.
Vice.
Forget his name.
Bristol.
Bristol. Fucking Bristol, dude.
He gave it all away. Bad butler. That's not how you get a letter of recommendation.
He wasn't good at being a good person or being helpful. Also, okay, so at the end, they say Bristol's like, "No, she's mad," and I'm like, "Dude, if someone buries me alive and I get out, I'm gonna be mad."
Didn't even have the courtesy to double tap.
like there's a thing about this movie, like particularly like I did watch this like after House on Haunted Hill, of like
Yeah, same.
it's like, ooh, it's a spooky mystery, but like the movie it actually feels like this is too like not supernatural. Like it doesn't sell the supernatural part enough.
Okay.
It feels too like grounded. So I'm like, okay, Madeline's just fucking pissed because you locked her away, and
I mean,
Roderick is he's established as a liar anyway.
a lot of these establish many of the main characters as, I mean, it's, you know, the time the movies were made, but a lot
I'm just
of
saying, you could, if you wanted to sell there's actual evil magic in this house or what, or yeah, like you could sell it harder. It's like, don't you know that chandelier almost fell on you, and you got some sparks on your pants, and the soup almost burned you but didn't.
well,
Um,
the theme of
it's
these
the
films,
house trying to kill you. It's
The-
like the house the house is pretty weak. Is what I'm saying. If like there's evil in this house, it's not like strong evil. I'm not worried about it.
well, you can't.
Honestly.
Is the house trying to kill you? Is it haunted? Are there spirits, or are skirts just crazy?
Yeah, there is.
There's so much of that in
Women-
these films. So much
Yeah,
of that.
Totally.
Yeah, broads, huh? Just fucking so much.
I mean, also like, look, Philip fucked up. Like when he's like, okay, you pack and I'll just go pack in my room too. Like, how could you leave her out of your sight in this house? What are you doing, my guy? You moron. You
Yeah.
absolute fool.
Yeah. I really loved the thing is I think my favorite thing in this film, like actually was the all of the paintings of like his ancestors and they were just fucking
No, those.
like that was good shit.
I love like the psychedelic ones that Roderick's been painting, and they're like, "We fucking made this painting. We're putting it in the fucking movie, okay?" Vincent Price is gonna talk in front of this painting a lot. Gotta get the most out of the money we spent on this painting, okay? Okay.
Really use it. Really use the painting space.
Yeah. Huh. I don't think the dream sequence works at all. Really.
Nah, not really. No.
Yeah.
I loved.
Well, Vincent Price is just good though, so
Oh
makes
yeah.
up for a lot.
Oh yeah. I did also like the tarn, the area around the house. I feel like when I read the story, I never get the right image, and then like I don't get the right mood, I guess somehow.
Sure.
And here, like I thought it was represented really well. Hit that right level of like blighted.
I think Roger Corman reuses the shot of this house in like 70% of his movies. I don't know. He reuses that shot of that house exterior a lot in his movies. I think from here on out.
I mean, if you crush it, why mess with perfection, you know?
I don't know.
It's like when you take one good selfie and then for the next like 10 years, as
And
long
I guess
as you
this
can
was
muster.
this was the first of Edgar Allan Poe movies that Roger Corman made. He made 8 of them.
Hell yeah.
Roger Corman's thing was he would get the money secured for a movie, and then he would shoot that movie in like half the time for like half the budget, and then use the crew and money to shoot another movie to then like fund his next movie.
Dude, I just saw.
Dude was on it for just making a shit ton of movies.
I'm looking at the Wikipedia page. I just noticed it says that House of Usher was filmed in 15 days.
Yeah.
Just
right.
fucking working.
Yeah, dude.
That's pretty good.
Corman was a machine.
That's wild. So this was,
So, some of his movies better than others.
yeah.
I think like the Edgar Allan Poe ones are kind of are among his best, or at least most well remembered. And
Yeah, I mean
whatever.
that tracks.
I mean, Mask of the Red Death it's just so fucking good.
That was so good. I really dug that one.
Yeah.
I forget.
But the important thing is that this one has house in the title. And I already had House of Wax and House of Haunted Hill, so you gotta also have House of Usher, right?
We did
Gotta.
we did the Pit and the Pendulum, right? I thought
This?
not this time, but like before. I thought.
Did we? I don't remember doing that.
Maybe I was.
It
You know
doesn't
what?
mean
Maybe it came up. Maybe it was in like an English class at some
Maybe.
point. I don't know where else I would have watched it.
we didn't do it for this.
Okay, maybe I saw. Maybe like there was an overlap in time or something.
So the one we're gonna have to do at some point is The Raven, which is about wizard duels.
Yeah, you've mentioned
It's
before
not a horror
that it's
movie.
like super.
It's about wizard
it's
duels.
super fucking not. It's that story.
It's talking about silly movies. It's fucking weird. I don't love it, but we have to do it. It's
Oh yeah, yeah.
it's Boris Karloff and Peter Lorre. Ugh.
No, this was. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but it's good.
Yeah, like it's and within this batch of movies,
It's
so
the
much more stayed. Yeah,
it's the weakest for me. Yeah.
yeah. But look, sometimes you got to see Vincent Price playing a character. He can do it.
Yeah,
He's
man.
good at it. But what's better than Vincent Price playing a character from a piece of literature is Vincent Price playing Vincent Price.
Yeah.
So let's talk. I don't know. I feel like I
Haunted
need to
Hill.
talk about House on Haunted Hill.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I love the scenes with him and his wife.
I mean, starting right up with that Phantom Thread shit. How much fun we had when you poisoned me.
Sometimes you just gotta poison the dude.
I mean,
Oh, she just actually tried to murder him.
we also had our Vat of Acid episode. Glad we got that in here.
They throw the rat in there, and
This
then
little thing comes
rat
up. Yeah, it's just
skeleton.
it's a rat skeleton. That's all I could think about was like just someone on the bottom letting it float up.
So, and the gimmick with this movie when it was in theaters, because director William Castle was all about gimmicks. They would do. It was like, they would like drop a skeleton in the theater when
my
the
God.
skeleton shows up. It's called Emergo Vision.
Emergo Vision. God.
Characters from the movie will merge into the real world.
Unbelievable.
I don't think it was that successful a gimmick, but
You think? I mean, at that point, just have a fucking guy have the movie theater intern like put on a sheet and jump out and yell "bah." Like it's gonna be the same thing.
yeah.
Unbelievable.
I mean, this is like
that's great though.
yeah.
No, I thought it was a good. I'm always down
Yeah.
for a bit of like who done it kind of deal. What's going on?
Yeah. And like this is like making fun of movies from like the 20s and 30s, I think, is when like this genre of movie of people go to a house was like just incredibly popular. And this is kind of just having fun with it instead of just playing that straight.
Gotcha. Yeah, that I didn't pick up on.
Yeah. That's why it's silly
Yeah.
in this way. And why there's a scene where everyone's like, well, we'll just go to bed and then not come out. And Vincent Price is like, wait, what? His like eyebrow raise. He's like, oh, that won't make the plot happen.
I just love when they're handing out guns, and then
Yeah,
whoever
open up
is
all
like,
the little coffins.
"You're not gonna run around shooting each other, right?" I mean, when you have a hammer, everything looks like a nail, you know.
Yeah.
Also, that I forget all the names. The old woman where she's like standing under the blood stain that wasn't clean for some reason, and like blood's dripping onto her, and they're like, "Ah, the house leaks." What's it leaking? Fucking
You've
blood.
been marked.
Yeah, that. Oh my god, that dude. The whole time.
It's his house. He's the one who owns it. I love that detail of like Vincent Price is just renting the house from that guy.
Yeah.
Uh, it's weird. That's a weird setup. But I do love Vincent Price talking directly into the camera. That's just good shit. She's so amusing.
Oh, I forgot about that bit.
Yeah. Right at the beginning. Where he invites you, the audience,
Right.
to stay at his to come to his haunted house
Right.
party.
Yeah, he does the whole, yeah, that bit. Okay. See, this is what happens when I don't watch all 4 films the night before we do this.
Totally. I understand.
I thought it was
Also, I love that nothing supernatural is happening in this movie, but that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah. No, I love the like the first time we see I don't know, like ghoul spectral ghost lady, and she's like hovering past or whatever. And then they're like, no,
she's just shuffling her feet.
That's just the blind
keeping her head
housekeeper.
perfectly.
Why is she holding her arms out like a 20 zombie and like backing up as a
Floating
door
by.
closes and shit and going,
She's the housekeeper.
she's the housekeeper. That's what housekeepers be doing.
And then they disappear.
And this,
As soon as they're explained.
and her
leave.
husband, he's just ugly. Don't fucking.
He just takes to grabbing women from behind. That's just his thing.
Everybody needs a shtick. Okay.
Yeah, Nora's stick is screaming.
Oh my god, dude! This
Doctor is all about saying women are hysterical.
Yeah. This one was it was grating though. Like the audio was so out of all of the modern movies, and people make so many comments about like action films where the explosions are 1 billion decibels and then the dialogue is inaudible.
Mm-hmm.
Like definitely had that problem here where they're talking, they're just having a normal time, and then somebody shrieks, like old school shrieks. This is the most stereotypical scream I've heard in a film, I think, out of everything we've watched. And she does it like 60 times in a row. It was like this movie was like barely an hour. I think 30 minutes of it were just her screaming. It was just a solid 30-minute take.
Yeah, this movie's like 75 minutes.
It clipped
Yeah,
along
she
though.
screams a lot. Yeah, dude. Because you got Vincent Price who's just hanging out.
He's just chilling.
He's just there, dude. And we've got Lance Schroeder.
Yeah, young handsome guy.
Yeah. We've got the old lady, Ruth Bridges. And we've got Watson Pritchard, who owns the house. Who's played by Alicia Cook.
Yeah.
He likes to talk about how all the ghosts and all the murders, and they go on their little tour.
Yeah, he's
Here's where
really
all the people were murdered.
Yeah, he's really doing it up.
he is selling it, and it's like, why are you here, dude?
I mean, not only is he like talking about it, but like, I don't know. I wish I was watching this with somebody. I have so many things to say about these films, and I don't have anybody to watch them with. Like, as soon as I saw this guy on screen, he just like keeps going, right? Like, it's not just a one-off bit in the beginning. Like, he shows up and he's still talking. Like, I wanted to lean over and be like, wow, this guy's unstable. Like, he's just crazy as shit. And nobody, like,
Ghosts.
everybody's just kind
You
of like,
lived through it once. People died.
I just love how pretty, like, people are just like, shut the fuck up. And then they just move on with other stuff.
Uh huh. Look, he's here for that horror-y atmosphere. He's the guy talking about ghosts. If he wasn't here to talk about ghosts, no one would be talking about ghosts.
Nobody ever found their heads. Could you not? Now give me my gun.
Laura found a head.
She did find a head, yeah.
And then Lance found it later. They just like to roam around.
They're really
prearranged heads.
Really using the house space.
But like, there's the part where Annabelle's like floating outside the window, and the rope comes in and like wraps itself around Laura's legs before disappearing. Not that.
Sometimes ropes just be they wrap.
It's just, it was just an enchanted rope. It's fine.
You've never had a rope just start like curling itself up around your leg?
It just wants pets.
You don't have a fear of inanimate objects suddenly finding a mind of their own? Like a box cutter, for example, suddenly deciding to malfunction and ruin your time?
No, I don't have that, honestly.
Okay, well, imagine.
I mean, when I was younger, yeah. When I was younger, I was super paranoid about lots of dumb shit. But then I got over it because it's like, if that shit is gonna kill me, fucking do it already.
See,
shit or get off the pot.
I don't actually fear that like anything like that is going to break and kill me. Like,
yeah.
But I do, as I've talked about it on Pier 39 podcast. I do now fear that every single mug I hold will just randomly detach itself from the handle, because that did happen. So like, that's a legitimate fear now.
Yeah.
So that's no good.
No, like I had like I just afraid of dogs for a while because I got attacked by a junkyard dog that was locked out of the junkyard.
Ugh. I mean, I'm still wary of dogs.
The thing that calmed me down was like, I was on a beach and there was like someone was like had like a pack of Great Danes, which are huge and don't bark. And the fact that they didn't bark was like just incredibly soothing.
Nice.
Just these giant dogs that didn't bark. I was like, this is healing.
Yeah. See, I was out at the cabin and like neighbors had a German Shepherd who I'd never met before. Maybe he was being friendly, but there was a bark and then suddenly he bolted at me, and that easily is the fastest I've ever moved in my life. That was a no questions asked sort of deal. Like, I leapt up those stairs and just shut the door.
Yeah, I was stunned in place when I saw that junkyard dog on the wrong side of that fence.
Yeah.
Like, this is the world is broken. Because that's like something I would pass like every day, and the dog would be barking from the other side. And this time he was just stuck on the other side. That was no good.
No good at all.
No good.
Speaking of stuff stuck on the other side, all of those ghosts in this house, am I right?
Yeah. It's really like the conversations between Vincent Price and Annabelle are just so good.
Oh, they're
like
solid. The banter
they're
is
just
great.
like, yeah, they just fucking hate each other. But they're like, and talking about killing each other, but they're so casual.
Like, I mean, it's jokey, but also it's not a fucking joke.
Yeah, it's joking, but it's not a fucking joke.
You'd love to kill me, wouldn't you? Well, yeah, clearly.
Like, literally, they are both plotting to kill each other.
Yeah.
But one is the upper hand. And that's Vincent Price. Surprise, surprise.
Which I'm glad. Like, I wouldn't. I love that
So Annabelle has a plan to drive Nora crazy so that she shoots Vincent Price. And that happens. But then when she goes to find him, and like the doctor who she's secretly is been having an affair with is involved in their plot. Then there's just a skeleton with Vincent Price's voice, and Annabelle just starts screaming, and then falls in the acid, and then we pull out to reveal that Vincent Price has this contraption, and he's like puppeting the skeleton with strings.
It's so
He did
good.
not come back from the dead as a skeleton. Incredible, like a cheap, like a classic Halloween skeleton.
Yeah.
It's not like a fancy effect. It is like the same kind of skeleton they would hang from the ceiling of the theater.
Yeah.
It's very silly.
I mean, it's great though. What is his?
It's great.
Do you remember his little?
I love him walking out with that like contraption.
Do you remember what his bit at the end is? I know he says something like partially to the audience, but also like Annabelle's dissolved self. Like, you didn't even know I was playing or something like that. I don't know. He had a great little bit, but I forget what the exact phrasing is.
Yeah, I don't remember either. But there was a game. Yeah, I don't remember.
I love the bit at the end though, with Crazy Guy being like, "Now there's even more of them." Like, just still fucking crazy, no resolution.
It's more ghost shit. It's like, okay, but like this was a Scooby-Doo plot.
Bud, literally no ghost.
I mean, they never explained the blood dripping.
The house
guess.
fucking leaks, Hank. It was explained immediately. Your house never drips blood? Oh.
Anyway,
Yeah.
it's a good time.
Oh, yeah, solid stuff. Enjoyable ride.
William Castle rivals with Hitchcock at popular cinema at the time.
Nice.
His movies are sillier. Not that Hitchcock movies aren't silly too. So let's go to House of Wax from 1953,
Hell
which is a remake
yeah.
of a 1933 movie that did not star Vincent Price. So this one has Vincent Price, so that's why we watched this one.
It also has
This one, and also the first color 3D movie.
I mean, it also has it has, what's her name? Morticia Adams. That actress.
Sure.
What do you mean, sure? Big stuff. You react as if I said it also stars the illustrious woman number 3 from Cheaper by the Dozen, starring Steve Martin. Could get a little more than that. Whatever, fine.
Look, I'm just saying, female characters in this movie don't really get that much.
We'll fucking get to what they have to do. It's great.
Right, lie naked in this thing and scream. Got it?
So I afterwards, reading that this was a 3D film made a lot of sense. Because I mean, they're really using the camera here, just throwing shit at it, and like that all
talking to the audience.
These weird zoom ins.
I'm aiming at your popcorn, not you.
Why is this?
Like, I don't want you to hit my popcorn either, fucker.
Why are we zooming in on these can girls? Like, that's a weird shot, but whatever. Fine.
Like,
And then I'm like, oh, 3D, that makes more sense. But apparently the guy didn't like the 3D effect didn't work on him because he could only see out of one eye. The director, I guess.
That's great. I mean those 3D effects are also like, I don't know.
They're not great. They're less in your face than like some of the modern ones, like Spy Kids 3D.
Well, I saw. Yeah, I don't know. Hitchcock's Dial M for Murder was done in 3D, and that one used it in an They used 3D in an interesting way. That wasn't like throwing a thing at your face.
What was 3D like back in the day? Was it the blue and red glasses, or was this before that even? Was there another 3D technique?
I think it's. Well, I don't know about the color, because before this they were black and white movies that I think would just be the red and blue. I think there's another technique, but I think it's kind of just the same thing of like
offsetting it and having two things.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. Oh yeah, here it is. Director Andre Detath was blind in one eye and unable to experience stereo vision or 3D effects. And Vincent Price said it's one of the great Hollywood stories. When they wanted a director for a 3D film, they hired a man who couldn't see 3D.
Hell yeah.
No, this film was great. I guess Kathy, the chick that got like immediately. Well, not immediately. Like best part of the film for me, kinda. Like Jesus. Yeah, it was the guy I was supposed to marry. He hung himself instead. Such a card. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, he's okay until he gets a couple of drinks in him. But that's to be expected. Like, Kathy, goddamn. And then she
doesn't get mad.
And then she's and then she's like, I never get mad. And that's when I put in my note, this chick has demons. Like, Jesus. Just absolutely ridiculous. And when she's like, yeah, married or whatever, legitimate. He's like, yeah, okay, might be fun. Check.
might be fun.
It's like watching. It's like watching when I proposed to Anya.
Wow. That got dark.
It might be fun. Why not? This is a thing you do on a whim, right? Yeah, and this is
she's not broken up about that guy who's hanging himself.
Not at all. She was moving on to the next one. She was even like, I'm moving up in the world.
Moving up in the world.
Stepping over these.
Gotta pull this corset tighter. Who needs organs?
Yeah, then we had that great I guess it's one of the cops.
I mean, the thing with this movie is like it opens with an incredible action scene of the fight with the fire.
Yeah. No, that's
that
real
shit
good.
just rules. All the burning wax figures.
Dude, it's so
place
good.
Erupts in flame, and it comes so early in the movie.
I also love like
it's bigger than anything in the climax. It's just wild.
Oh, easily. Well, and watching like,
and also this movie is also like 88 minutes.
Dude, all of these were like pretty nice, good run times.
Yeah, House of Usher was like 79.
The longest one was like an
94.
hour 34. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we get to see, Vincent Price as himself, like ramping up in insanity. Like, all my friends.
Yeah.
I won't burn my friends.
I would rather die.
Yeah, that whole thing was.
And then he becomes a dude who goes around. So he's a wax sculptor, but then he gets fucked up in a fire. So he goes to murdering people and then putting them up as wax sculptures in his new wax museum.
So
And he gets revenge on the dude who burned down his house like immediately.
yeah,
Like that just
right
happened.
away.
It's like it's not about him being like going after vengeance. He gets that, and then he's just like, all right, let's just keep killing people.
Well, he's angry. He doesn't have hands that can sculpt.
Work.
His hands are only good for normal hand things. They make that very clear.
Hands only can do hand things.
I can't
fucking
sculpt
horseshit.
anymore, but I can use them for normal functions. Okay.
He can wipe his ass. Is what he's saying.
Yeah. So are we, as the audience, I guess as like the original audience, are we supposed to know that disfigured murderer guy is Vincent Price? Are we supposed to suspect but not know until way later when it's like truly revealed? Because I mean, like, it's kind of obvious.
So-
But
Yeah, I mean, it is also it's a remake.
sure, yeah.
That's
But I
and,
guess
like,
in the
that,
story
that
itself,
shot of the woman like knocking him in his face and his like wax mask breaks, revealing the monster underneath.
yeah.
That's a shot from the original.
Okay. I mean, that's real good though.
Yeah, like the 1933 one looks good too with that shot.
Nice.
That shit's just good. But also, if he can make a mask that good, the fuck is he murdering people for? How can he not make wax sculptures that are good?
I mean,
He makes a face for himself.
did
that
he make it
like,
for
works.
himself or does he just apply it?
Somebody made it.
Making the face?
Somebody made it.
No. Making the face, sculpting. Applying the sculpted face to your face, normal hand stuff. Totally fine. No, that shot was real good.
Yeah. So like, yeah, like that is the money reveal shot, but also like it's I don't know, it's like super obvious that he's
Oh, totally.
the monster. So I don't know.
That one guy, like his assistants, one of them like cracked under pressure immediately, and the other dude was ready to fucking behead a man.
Yeah. Well, you know,
I'm just saying, one of them.
One of them is fucking Charles Bronson. That dude was in The Great Escape. And one of them was. The other one is I don't know, some dude.
Some dude. That's Nedrick Young you're talking about. And such classics as Gay Blades, Gun Crazy, Love That Brute, and Terror in a Texas Town. His classic role as John Crale.
Yeah, not Charles Bronson. Is what else I'm saying.
What has Charles Bronson even been in? Like nothing. Look at this. So his Wikipedia page. So his Wikipedia page is multiple pages long. That doesn't mean anything. Okay. Whatever. All right, Charles Bronson, the legendary actor from Family of Cops 3. You're right. Oh, that was good. He was good shit. I liked his the cut of his jib.
He's playing kind of a problematic character, but so it goes.
Problematic how? Am I misremembering something?
Well, he's like just because he's the way they handle like he's Igor because he's a mute or whatever.
Oh yeah, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah.
He's only good at sculpting his own face.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that then.
Yeah.
I mean, I was really the
It's
problematic.
not like there's so many worse things in these movies, so it's not.
Yeah, that sounds like something a skirt would come up with. Fucking.
Yeah, the sexism way more apparent.
I mean, it's like they're beating you with
feature, more a feature.
Yeah,
really.
Honestly,
like
what? Okay, so what is the fucking? I didn't get like near the end. So we have, as you said, chick naked in thing, restrained, screaming, and sweating. And then dude throws his coat over her. And at the end, she's like, "Thank you for your coat." He's like, "Well, I didn't want you to catch a cold." And then the dude is like sneezes. Like what?
I don't.
Comedy,
man.
Yeah, this was
comedy. She was naked. It's hilarious.
That fucking slayed in the theater. And that skirt comment, people lost their minds.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, answers.
But it's like, I mean, I enjoyed this. I really like the I mean, being able to play like with the wax stuff, like watching it melt and everything, and then I don't know, they worked well as props, and also like wax museums kind of creepy anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I like the audacity of like he killed that dude, and then is like, yeah, and then I just happened to make this entire setup in my wax museum about this man's suicide, whose body mysteriously vanished. It's definitely not him hanging there.
It's called a coincidence.
They're just ripped from the headlines, okay?
Yeah, he's clearly like, I mean, honestly, Occam's razor, right? Like what's more likely? He's murdering people and putting their bodies in his wax museum, or he's just using recent murder news hype to get more clicks. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you can produce wax statues.
I mean, yeah, he is only undone because the like roommate of one of the women he's murdered knows that she had one ear pierced, and his dudes don't pay attention to that.
Yeah.
That's what undoes him. Because one ear pierced, that's not... People in the past didn't do that. Joan of Arc would never.
My Joan?
I do like that when she asked them, she's like, "So did you pierce her ears?" Like she knows to ask them if they did it for both, and then they're like, "Yeah."
Of course.
It's like immediately gotcha.
Yeah.
Trick question, fuckface.
Yeah. Man, that
the other line I really like is in the morgue. They're like talking about like, "You got hit by a car." It's like, "I didn't think they went that fast." Oh, they're getting better every day.
that would be
I really like that joke. That fucking
it's great
morgue dude who's just doing his stand-up routine work.
Pretty good. Huh. I did like. I mean, you're right. The fire is like the I think the peak action. But
Totally.
I enjoyed the chase through the wax thing at the end. Like, again, that's a good I enjoy that as a setting because it's like it's creepy enough. I don't know.
Yeah.
The wax figures, like, I think they elevate the creepiness past what some of those old films are capable of doing. It was a good. It was
like,
a
that's
good
a
scene.
thing that was creepy then that is still creepy.
Yep. Like, it could have been the only way they could have made it worse is if it had been like a wax clown museum. Then we'd be talking like fucked up on a level that people back then probably weren't
Wax
ready for.
Clown Spider Museum.
Oh God!
Now you got something. Now you got a hit.
Call my investors.
House of the It Museum.
Ugh,
Anyway,
nah.
let's talk about
A box
the
cutter
Abominable
museum, you say?
wax box cutters, please.
Oh no! People would just do the fucking Adam Driver bit from Marriage Story. That
and then
would
you hide a real box cutter in the wax box cutter, and then they accidentally cut themselves open.
Yep.
It writes itself.
I mean,
frankly.
talk about horror films. I've already seen the horrorist film. Anyway, yeah.
Let's talk about Abominable Dr. Phibes.
Dude, it was so fucking good.
I fucking love this movie.
It was really good.
This movie is all about vibes and hilariously inept cops.
Yep.
That's what this movie. God, the vibes though. Just fucking Vincent Price jamming on the organ. He's got his fucking robot band.
You know. You fucking know I went out and grabbed the soundtrack immediately.
It's got its like horror version of Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Yeah, that ending song. I was like, what the fuck are we doing here, guys?
Reviving. Vibing? Reviving.
God.
The Abominable Dr. Vibes.
I haven't said that. Was like my first comment. I'm like, this is a sick intro. You're just starting out with a bop?
Yeah.
Why not?
Dude is perpetuating murders based on the fucking 10 plagues of Egypt.
That was like the only thing where someone was like, the cop had to like they were treating the Old Testament like it was some sort of unknown like Hebrew voodoo. And I'm like, how the fuck do you not know what this is, my dude? Like, I understand that we're supposed to be back in 1920-ish, I thought. Early 1900s anyway. But, like, pretty sure
Yeah, I
the
think
Old
it's
Testament.
25.
I got a Bible from, like, 1887. That shit's still in there.
No. See, Dr. Phibes is expert. He got a degree in theology.
Yeah,
and
so
music.
he knows what the fucking plagues of Egypt are. Oh, man.
Man, he fit so many bats in that one cage. There were so many bats in that cage, Ben.
So many bats and, like...
They get there in, like, it's like, oh, is it one bat? Oh, is it like two bats? And they get there in the morning, and the entire room is filled with bats.
There's
I'm like,
bats everywhere.
those bats would not. He had one bird cage. What the hell? But it doesn't matter. It's all about vibes. That's fine.
I do like, I mean, the blend of, like, shitty comedy with, like, for example, Inspector Pike, it's trout. Like, what? The fact that fits in, like, and that it's balanced perfectly by, like, the not even like creepy but like dark revenge vibes.
Yeah,
I
like
guess.
we're cutting between these fucking slapstick cops that like half their lines are jokes to like Vincent Price looking through a telescope at a plane while his female assistant plays a violin in the background. God.
Dude, she was great though.
She's so good.
Like real talk. I feel bad. I feel bad like for how much I liked her because she's also just like a silent thing to look at, kinda.
Uh-huh.
But
Yep.
also she's just so good. Her when she's like is she like sweeping or something? She's like doing something
Yeah.
and then she like sits on
She
the
sweeps
stage
up.
with the cigarette. Ugh. What a fucking mood. Such a good
At the
look.
end when he's like, destroy all I created, and she picks up a gold axe out of the floor and just starts
Just
like
goes
axing stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, this is definitely the most efficient way to do this. Just axing this tapestry.
God. And then like the fact that we had the dude like slapping down Brandy while literally cranking out the snake video.
Oh my god, the
chick,
fucking
like,
snake
This
video.
like snake tamer chick. He has like a back alley like paper bag reel.
Of this like woman with the snake.
Like charming, and she's
he's
she's like deep throating the snake, like she's doing like stereotypical charmer shit where it's coming out of the basket, but then she's like holding it and like putting it into
Yeah.
her mouth a little, and he's like leaning forward and like drinking more of his brandy, just slugging it back. And
But it's on a fucking real projector, so,
So
he's cranking.
I'm like
The whole time.
literally cranking one out. I was just fucking dying. And then the chick, like his housekeeper, I guess,
Yeah, I don't know.
like comes back and she's like, "You naughty boy, you didn't eat your dinner." Like she doesn't. God,
She's like, "What's this? It's for keeping out drafts."
yeah, because she can't see the projection through the other side. It's a new invention. God, he was so sweaty.
Oh my God. That dude got all his blood removed.
He did, yeah, yeah. Not a
That's a bad way to go.
probably not great, yeah.
I fucking lost it at the catapulted
The fucking.
unicorn head.
I love
that
that.
impales the dude, and then they have to unscrew him, which apparently involves like spinning his entire body around because you see his feet going by.
God. Well, that and the fact that like when I had to like go back a few seconds and watch it again because it just suddenly happens. But right when it happens, it's like, fwing, like it just like there's like a little Doppler effect, and like yeah, apparently it was a catapult. Like, it's just so good, like a golden fucking unicorn head. Or no, sorry, copper. They said it's covered in bronze or copper or whatever. Oh my god. A fucking catapult. And it just impales him. Oh. God, it's so
That's
good.
when you know Dr. Phibes is on another level.
He's just on some next level shit. And then the dude
And Vincent Price is incredibly charismatic in this, and he never he only speaks through like a voice box.
Yeah.
Where he's like talking through his throat.
It's only to his wife, to his dead wife.
And then at the end.
Oh yeah, at the end, sure. But for the most part, like he's not saying much, and his assistant doesn't talk at all.
Uh-huh. Like all his scenes are entirely again like vibing out on this shit.
Yeah,
It's so good.
you know what? I don't feel his assistant could like that role could have been much worse in this film. I feel like from a I guess like a feminist perspective. Like she did
Sure.
shit. She like
it fits because he doesn't talk either.
That's true, yeah. The fact that he doesn't talk, she doesn't talk. And like
It like makes those scenes work in that way of just like, yeah, no, dude, we're just doing this shit.
and
Weird shit.
and the fact that like it's not like it's fucking
She gets a bad end.
She does get
She
a
gets
bad
like
end, but like
they don't treat that character with any respect or anything. But um, yeah,
yeah. But I
she
like
stumbles into the acid
well, and her like
for no reason.
I love that people don't like they just kind of skip past the fact that she doesn't talk, which is maybe like
I
not
mean,
great.
there's no reason she couldn't talk. Maybe she just doesn't. She's just not.
Yeah.
It's not
Oh
making
no,
sense.
totally. But like when she's pretending that the car is broken down, and the
Uh-huh.
guy rolls up and he's like, "Car trouble, huh?" And she just doesn't say anything, and he starts looking at the engine. Like, you're not gonna fucking. That's okay. Yeah, I guess. Jesus.
Look, men see a woman in trouble. They just have to
Yeah.
fix their car
And then they get fucking got by a
and get
ice
got.
machine.
That ice machine. Hail.
Yeah. And then like he couldn't feel a thing. He's covered in fucking ice.
Like,
Oh my god.
yeah, like, dude, it's like, yeah, this must have been a pain. You must, at least it wasn't painful. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
It's spitting out chips of ice. He
Like,
used
that would have been horrible.
he used the
And then
car's.
they turn it back on.
Yeah, they're
like,
they just leave
watch
it fucking.
go.
They don't even like turn it on and then off. They just leave it on while they're like it's just spitting more ice at him.
Man, if you
Oh.
built that shit, you'd want to run it in your movie too.
God, he used the car's engine to power it. Such a needless level of nonsense.
So good. The dude who gets killed by rats in a plane.
I wrote a little note, but like I love how the rats are just chilling. Like clearly they're just nice.
Oh, they're clearly so chill.
like they're just kind of hanging out and doing their thing, and he's like holding them like they're eating me.
They just cut
Rats
to a rat
clearly
eating something
on him.
occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put crumbs on his coat or whatever. I just thought that was great.
It's like you're showing like a dog and you overlay dog barking noises with a dog that is chill.
like just happy AF.
Yeah.
There's these pudgy little rats. And then I guess before that is when the cop sees the rabbi, and like considering the age of this film, the fact that like they're talking about the Old Testament, the guy's like, isn't that just a myth? I'm like, was that legal back then? Like, Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know.
God. No, the plane bit was great. Then we got the locust thing, which like him like tapping the tube because they're not going down the thing fast enough. They like covered the chick in slime. Her head was encased. Like that would have been
True.
enough.
She just shouldn't have listened to that advice of taking a sleeping pill. It was bad advice.
I mean, that's
But I just in general love how fucking pathetic the cops are.
oh, dude, they're awful. They're
Did you see in the credits, the way it's listed is protagonists, and it lists like the doctor who has the son and Dr. Phibes as the protagonists, and then like later on it just lists the law.
the law. I did not notice that. That's great though.
Dr. Vesuvius and Dr. Phibes are the protagonists of this movie.
What is he? I forget what he calls.
Vesalius.
It's Dr. Phibes. I think they call it Phibes. And then the other,
Yeah, people are always correct, like getting names wrong and then being corrected.
it's Dr. Kitaj. I believe it's Kitai. Kitaya. And then they like put emphasis on it for the rest of the film. They're like, it's Dr. Kitaya. Like really leading, like just random shit.
Yeah. I mean, I do love like shit of like his boss telling him, "Don't look into this." And then like at the end, it's like, "Why aren't everyone working on this? Now it's too big." Contradictory boss shit. Love it.
God.
Whipped to darkness now.
I mean, he has the firstborn where he kidnaps the guy's son, and he's like, "I'll give you the same chance that my wife had."
6 minutes on the operating table.
Which, you know,
To remove this key
from near his heart.
This is some pre-Saw shit.
Yeah, dude, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I was just bitching about games.
Yeah, but this rules.
It's different when it's fucking Vincent Price. He can do whatever the hell he wants.
Look, it's pretty good in Saw too.
Like, it's fine.
None of the Saw. I don't think the Saw movies are as good as this movie, though.
I don't need the gore. You know, it doesn't need to be
like,
that bad.
They don't show you him cutting into his son. That's like, he's like operating, and the camera's like, look it up.
Well, because we don't need it. This film's a vibe, as you said. True. Like, we're on so many other levels here at this point.
I just love like, dude is trying to like operate, and then Phibes just like comes into the room and starts yelling at him and making noise upstairs.
I also love that he starts the thing at the tube of acid, and then the chick like helps him get ready. He's like, hurry.
Uh-huh.
God.
The surgical mask on. This room is definitely cleaned. Sure.
I do kind of like the fairness of it. Like, it's not like he comes back to confirm the kill, right? Like, it seems like he really just cared about making him go through that.
'Cause 9 shall die.
Yeah, but dude didn't die.
Yeah, but the girl died. Someone died.
I guess that's true. Anybody in a pinch, right?
Man.
But I love the ending, honestly, because I was like, I don't want him to get caught. Like, I don't want him to get arrested. I don't want him to get killed. Instead, he just fucking dips.
He gets his own. He draws his own blood from himself as he gets filled with embalming fluid.
That's how it works.
With his wife. And
like,
then
in
the cops
the floor.
get down there and they're like, "Where did he go? He vanished."
Well, because he's in the thing that, like, it's in the floor.
Yeah. There is a sequel where he just gets up at the beginning of the movie.
Well, I saw there was a sequel, and
yeah.
I mean, I just wanted to get like a little. I didn't know if it'd be a sequel that's like worth it or not. So I'm like, okay, let me do up a little blurb, and it's like, Phibes returns to seek eternal life in Egypt. I'm in. I'm fucking in.
Yeah, we'll do that at some point.
Yeah. No, I'm 100% down. Like, that sounds fucking ridiculous. I'm looking so forward to it.
It's like, I think he just has less reason for murdering people next time, though.
Yeah. No, that absolutely tracks. But
oh yeah, and we didn't even talk about his fucking, when his true face gets revealed, a la House of Wax.
Yeah. That shit was good.
Yeah. He's like, because we've seen him at like a makeup table, like putting on his face. We get to see his face, and he just like, it's like flat.
Yeah.
Like melted flesh with his teeth showing.
Like a skull with muscle and slight skin stuff.
Yeah. It's good.
God, did you on the Wikipedia page and stuff, they have the soundtrack vinyl album art, and it looks so good. It's like his real face, like by his wife.
Oh, yeah, because like that, they used that image in the trailer, which I watched. The trailer shows literally every kill in this movie.
Jesus.
Like, it shows the whole thing.
Wow.
And so old movie trailers are hilarious because like they really did just show you the whole movie a lot of the time.
That's wild.
It's very fun, and they're long. Like older trailers are like longer than modern trailers in some cases too.
That's wild.
It just showed everything.
Back in my day, we watched the film before seeing the film.
You had to get people excited. There wasn't internet.
How do you get them excited? Show them the whole damn thing.
Yeah, man. Show them every cool thing. Make them hype. It's like, I gotta see it.
I mean,
They see
he
it, like,
is every
They
cool
showed that
thing.
whole thing in the trailer. And you're like, yeah, we did. But it's still good. Still a good time.
No, this.
Plays that organ.
Yeah, he fucking
I love that
does.
he's a doctor of theology and music.
It's great though. Oh God, this film was so good. It was like the perfect ramp up, and then you had the wax connection. We had the house connection. Like it was such a it was a great group of films.
Yeah.
And yeah, Phibes is the crown jewel here.
Yeah.
I think this. I don't know. I guess like it's all different, like different realms of things. Cause like I think Mask of the Red Death, and then now Dr. Phibes, and I mean Bikini Machine was just real real good. They're like all different things.
Yeah. Like Vincent Price, versatile.
Yeah, man.
Fucking owns a movie while barely talking in it even. I mean, come on. And wearing like weird makeup.
See, that's what I liked. I was actually going to mention that. In Phibes, I like that they actually make his face look like it's a fake face. Where in House of
Yeah.
Wax, it's just there's nothing.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, it's such a good face though.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're not wrong.
And like in 71, Vincent Price is a little older, so you know.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Also, Last Man on Earth, real good.
Yeah.
So really, like, out of all the Vincent Price movies we watched, 3/4 of them are my favorite.
They're like, I mean, I feel like I've picked good ones.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I thought about which ones I was picking. But Dr. Phibes was like the last one I settled on to do, and I'm so fucking glad.
Yeah. No, that was really good.
This movie rules.
God.
Like just that the like dichotomy between the cop scenes and the Phibes scenes is so stark.
Yeah.
But it somehow just like works so well. It's really entertaining.
Yeah. No, it's a great mix.
It's kind of like I can't think of anything that's like it really, except that it's doing Saw shit. But Saw does not have these kind of vibes at all.
Yeah.
In any way.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, I love these, like, it's where it's horror, but it's also ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Without being like a scary movie sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's good
Kind
shit.
of like Vincent Price's was extremely good at nailing too,
Yeah.
and just like carrying that shit,
Oh, totally.
being extremely entertaining. Dude was amazing.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll do the Dr. Phibes sequel at some point. Dr. Phibes rises again.
I saw the wiki.
man.
There was gonna be like a bunch of sequels.
Oh, I fucking wish.
Where was this? The several other
Phibes
sequels.
resurrects
The Bride.
of Dr. Phibes.
Seven
Seven
Fates.
Fates of Dr. Phibes.
Oh, it would have been so good. Just ridiculous. Yeah. No, that great selection. All around.
So many good shots in this movie. Just like bangers.
Oh yeah.
All right. That's a podcast. Salt Circle Podcast, gmail.com. Salt Circle Pod on Twitter. We're on apps where podcasts are. I'm on Twitter at Comic Panels. Anchor.fm/Salt Circles where our episodes are hosted.
Hell yeah.
Happy October. We'll return with more shit.
More spooky podcasts.
Ooh, the ghosts. Now there is one more spooky podcast in the world.
Bah.